Hello there, Slay here, and today I'm going to bring you a top 5 Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And I've been playing this game for long enough to think I can say the top 5 things that Call of Duty players hate about this game. Now, I know hate's a bit of a strong word, maybe dislike is a little bit better, but I'm going to go with hate. And so here to show you my class for this gameplay is Diamatti with a knife, also using a StimShot Tomahawk field mic, and with the Lawbreaker perk, I have Ghost, Ninja, and Scavenger perks equipped. So yes, without further ado, let's start. Number 5, camping in objective-based gameplay. Now I know camping's been around for as long as Call of Duty's been around. In fact, it's probably been around even earlier. But I don't know, in this game it just feels like there's a whole lot of camping that goes around. And maybe it's because I was playing early on when no one had Ghost or Ninja, so people kind of had to play that way. But I feel like it's even persisted. And, I get it. Like, when you're playing Team Deathmatch, the goal of the game is to get the most kills while also dying the least amount of times. So I understand why people camp in that. But when you're playing Domination, Hardpoint, Kill Confirm, when you have to get the tags, that kind of thing, and you're still camping, and you're still kind of sitting in the back of the map and sniping, that's when I say, okay, that's a little bit ridiculous. And listen, I'm not here to criticize people. They can play how they want to play. But if you're going to camp, if you're going to do that, then just play TDM. You don't have to play an objective-based gameplay. But hey, listen, I can sit here and yell until I'm blue in the face. It's not really going to matter. People are going to camp. It's Call of Duty. I'll just have to get over it. So, anyway, moving on. Number 4 is the elimination instead of the kill. Now, this might just be because this is new, and I'm just getting used to it. But, you know what? I'm just not quite used to it yet. I get it. They want to clean it up a little bit. They want to get rid of the assists. I mean, no one really likes getting an assist, right? Like, you pump some dude full of lead, and he doesn't die, and then, somehow, a friend gets some or your teammate gets some, and, you get an assist. And you're like, hey, I really almost killed that guy. I should get more credit. But that's kind of the shakes, man. I mean, it's just how it is, It's just how it's always been. You have your kills, you have your assists, and you have your deaths. So, maybe this is the new wave of the future. Maybe all other Call of Duty games from here on out are going to have, eliminations instead of kills. But, I'd be pretty surprised if that were the case. Looking into the future, I wouldn't be surprised if this is really the only game with eliminations instead of kills. And, I know it makes everyone feel better, because your eliminations are much higher than your kills, and, it looks all warm and fuzzy feeling, looking at that stat sheet. But I just feel like it's kind of like a participation medal, Like, yeah, it makes you feel good, but do you really know, like, how you're doing? I don't know. Maybe call me an old man and maybe call me the crotchety type, but I say bring back the kills and assists and just make it easier for everybody. So, anyway, moving on. Number 3. I'm going to have to go with gun selection, or I would say lack thereof. And, if you know me and if you watch my channel, you'll know I'm a huge fan of the pistol class. I always have been. I just love playing with them. I just think they're a lot of fun. And in this game, you get 3, which it's like, really? 3? And when you really boil it down, it's really 2 plus the Magnum. Because no offense to the Magnum, it's, it's a difficult gun to use. It's slow to fire, it's slow to reload. My guess is most people that use it, they probably try it out for like a couple of shots, and they die, and then they're like, yeah, I'm never using that gun again, which, is pretty fair. So, I just think that they could have added a few more pistols. Even Modern Warfare 2019 had a lot more. And then also, as well as the shotguns too. I mean, there's only 2. You have like the Spaz type, and then you have the pump. But what happened to like the high fire rate, like low damage type of gun, like the AA-12 in Modern Warfare 2, or like the Striker in Modern Warfare 3. I usually feel like there's at least a shotgun like that, and at least 3 or 4 maybe I think would be appropriate. And then you talk about the regular guns. I think there's a decent mix. There's a good mix. There's some classics, of course, like the AK-74, AK-47 and stuff. But I just think that the balance is a little bit off. You have these guns that are really good, like the MP5, like the M16, that a lot of people use. And then you have these other guns that really no one uses, like the QZB or the FFAR. These guns are just much less popular. Or like the UMP, but the 3 burst. I mean, that thing is it's weird. So I would just like to see them bring, maybe a few patches, maybe introduce a few more guns, in a later update, just to kind of bring a little bit more variety and a little bit more balance to the game overall. So I think we're close on the guns. We just have a little ways to go there quite yet. All right, enough about guns. Moving on. Number 2, and that would be the graphics. Now, I don't think the graphics are terrible. In fact, when I first watched the beta, I actually thought the graphics were terrible then. I was like watching, I was like, oh my goodness, these are awful. It honestly looked like a 360 game. Like the M16, I was like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. And I think that they actually probably took a lot of offense to the comments that they got after the beta and really worked hard to improve the graphics. And I think now they're definitely a lot better. But I'll say, I'm playing with the Xbox Series X now, and, I have the 4K and everything like that. And, yeah, it's not really a huge jump from the Xbox One or the PS4, It's just not. It just doesn't feel super next-gen when I watch it and when I play it. And I do, and it's really into this game in particular, because there are some other games that I have for the Series X, like Assassin's Creed, that look really good. They look 4K, they look next-gen. This one doesn't. If you were to tell me that this one, was an Xbox One game, I would say, yeah, that seems about right. And, I think a lot of people, and you can even make the argument, that Modern Warfare 2019 looked better graphically than this game. So, I know it's not a huge deal. I think the gameplay is probably more important, and for that I do give this game kudos. I think the gameplay is pretty good. I think it's pretty well balanced. I like how they added the field perks, like the field mic and the gas mine and that kind of thing to kind of balance out the game a little bit. I like how they added the wild cards. That adds another layer of customization. I think that that's a good addition to this game. I've always kind of liked the way that the Black Ops games played compared to like the Infinity Ward counterparts. Now, that being said, I absolutely loved Modern Warfare 2. I mean, that was an amazing game. Really the Modern Warfare games were great. But, the Black Ops games just kind of have a little bit different feel. Oh, just got stuck there. They just have, kind of a smoother element to them, I think, than the Infinity Ward games do. But hey, that's just my opinion. All right, moving on. Number 1, the big tamale, the big enchilada. And that definitely has to be, hands down, the maps in this game. Now, I play a lot of 6v6, and, to only have 6 maps available, is, ouch. It's a stretch. It's an ouch. I mean, it's even if the maps were, like, perfectly designed, if they were just, like, the 6 of the best maps that you've ever seen in your entire life, they're just a joy to play, it'd still get old, because it's 6 maps. So I would say that overall, if they could have came out with even just 8, 8 maps, that would have been a lot more, palatable. And, I would have to say, of the 6 maps that they put out for the 6v6, I don't like half of them, I really don't like Armada. I think that map is it just grinds my gears, man. I mean, it's like shooting down a hallway. It's just awful. And then, Satellite, I don't snipe. So, therefore, the whole desert side of the map is very hard for me to navigate. So, that one I don't really care for. And then there's Miami. It's like living La Vida Loca, man. I mean, my heavens. It's not a good map. So, I think if they would have brought us, a little bit better quality maps, maps that, had a little bit more strategy to them. I think, honestly, in my opinion, the one map that I do like is Moscow. I like that map. It just fits the style, the way that I play. I just think it's a well thought out, well designed map. But the other maps, man, I can find flaws in all of them. Now, listen, I'm not trying to be super critical of this game. After this list, you might think, oh my goodness, this guy, he hates this game. He never plays it. He thinks it's the worst Call of Duty ever. No, that's definitely not the case. I actually like this game quite a bit. Like I said, I like it more than Modern Warfare 2019. I think it's more playable than that game. I think it's smoother. I just like the feel of it a lot more. I like the balance of it more. Despite everything that I've said, I actually like some of the guns. So yes, this game is not perfect. But there's never been a perfect Call of Duty game. They've all had flaws. Even my beloved Modern Warfare 2 had some flaws, right? The double 1887s. Those things were just sniper rifles on steroids. I mean, those things were just crazy, you know? So it's like, yeah, there's always been balances issues. There's always been, map issues. There's always been all these types of things that people can complain about. So, far be it from me to say that this game is bad or that this game is like unplayable or anything like that. I mean, that's totally not the case. So, yes, I do like this game. I am a fan of this game. I just want that to be on the record, loud and clear. So, anyway, this game is coming to an end now. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think I went 32-11. It wasn't my smoothest gameplay, but I just wanted to show you something with a pistol and a knife, and I think it's kind of fun to show that. So, giving the pistol class some love and some respect. And yeah, here's the best play by yours truly. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to rate, subscribe, comment, do your thing. And until next time, slay some noobs and peace out.